Chin, before we start, do you have any questions from? Because I think we left at the half of it, a quarter of it. I don't know how much we did.
Which topic? Actually, I was thinking you said, and I understood, but I was not. Later, after the discussion, I found the question which can impact you. So you were giving that example of Nama Rupa, the laptop, aluminium, and just for the sake of clarification, again asking that question that when you say this apple is Nama and aluminium is the Rupa, right? At that time, I can ask this question. When we say who am I, is Namarupa. And Namarupa is aluminium plus apple. Then does that mean I am aluminium plus apple?
With Vinyana, yes.
So it's outside. You may, yeah, I understood your question. Whenever you say apple aluminium, it's still inside you, right? And that's why who am I is still aluminium plus apple because it is in you.
Correct.
Okay. Did you record it or should I write it?
Which one? Now I'm
This
now I'm
now you are
recording.
starting.
That aluminium with apple. Hey, Matt. Hello, Anusha Teravan Sarnai.
Everyone, Saranai.
Okay, so if we are done with that, now I want to go into this dukkha. So my question was, how much of dukkha you have experienced, or no? Anybody can talk. That's not an issue.
I've experienced a lot of dukkha.
Me too.
Is that what you're asking?
What's that?
Dukkha we've experienced? Really? It's like this whole existence is suffering.
Yes, but
Yeah.
how much of that is an experience?
Matt is at different level, so it is he's at your level. But me and Aryu have experienced dukkha too much.
Yeah, I don't. Let me think how to put it. Like, are you wanting specific experiences of it?
Specific or whatever you think is dukkha. There are two kinds of dukkha.
Okay.
Hold on, Matt. There is conventional dukkha and there is ultimate dukkha. Okay, so let's understand how much conventional dukkha we know and how much ultimate dukkha we know.
Or only dukkha or conventional dukkha, right? Physical pain, mental pain, relatives, money, um, all are conventional dukkha.
Correct. That's right. In that, how much have you experienced? I mean, how much pain have you experienced in conventional?
Sometime back, like 3, 4, 5, 6 years back, it was extreme. Then due to meditation, I stabilized.
Okay, good. We don't have to go into the specifics of the personal life, but you can look at when there is a convention, there is going to be dukkha. You name a convention, immediately you'll have dukkha. Whatever convention. So that is conventional dukkha. And what is paramarthika dukkha? Ultimate dukkha.
Is that we were calling now that as sankhara, what anenjabi sankhara.
No.
Niramis dukkha we were talking about. Yeah. Not entering into jhana.
No. That is dukkha, agreeable. That is niramisa dukkha, niramisa sukha. There is sukha also, there is dukkha also.
Okay, you are asking paramarth dukkha. Again, what is the question? What?
The question is, what is the ultimate dukkha?
Ultimate dukkha.
What is the ultimate dukkha which you can't escape?
Yeah, what Anya said is right, I think. Going in sansara. So birthing is the
Yeah, that jati pi dukkha, jara pi dukkha, vyadi pi dukkha, yeah, it's ultimate dukkha. But how do you exist? Yeah, existence. Okay,
Existence.
fine.
Existence.
So if we experience conventional dukkha, number one, and if we were to penetrate the conventional dukkha, number two, if we stop searching for solutions in conventional dukkha, then you will see the paramarthika dukkha. We find solution in the conventional dukkha. Let's say feeling hot, I'll put an air conditioner. Dukkha is gone. Physical ailment, that's gone. I'm not finding a job. I'll go to another city to find a job. Gone. Okay, I don't have money. I will start earning, do something to earn money. So conventional dukkha is gone. So as long as we are finding solution to the conventional dukkha, the dukkha is never experienced. That doesn't mean that we shouldn't find any solution. That would be another way of going on to the extreme. So first and foremost, have we understood the difference between an conventional dukkha and an unconventional or paramarthika, ultimate? Have we gone deeper into the conventional dukkha? Then we can know anatta and anicca.
Yeah, so whenever some Akusila Dhamma enters into me, like anger or anything, I feel the presence of the reason by which I am doing that. So there is a craving in me for whatever. Why I am doing that when I try to investigate. So why I am angry or why I am this, why I am that, why I am trying this, doing that, all that. So there I find an answer and I feel that itself I am holding it, right? So I may not be angry right now. I will get angry sometime later. But the potentiality of getting angry is right now, even if I'm not angry right now. That potentiality I'm holding, that is dukkha.
Right. Anything that you hold is dukkha. So is that conventional or paramarthika?
That is also conventional.
Conventional, yes. So can you see the conventional dukkha in immediately as it arises? Can you see the dukkha as it arises? Not about anger. Anything at all that arises is dukkha. Anything that arises. Meaning, I'll tell you examples of conventional dukkha. Now, Bangalore is where I'm staying. And if I compare to San Francisco, which is also an IT hub like Bangalore, Silicon Valley. Bangalore is also called Silicon Valley, and the California or San Francisco, San Jose, all these places are treated as Silicon Valley. Now, what's the difference between Bangalore and the Silicon Valley? Now I am told Bangalore is a dirty city, a lot of garbage everywhere, but IT is there. A lot of garbage is also there. And California has IT companies, all product, but very clean. Nice roads, good car, big homes, etc. etc. Now there's a dukkha for me. Right now, there's a dukkha to land in San Francisco. So the pursuit of happiness is conventional dukkha. Because I'm here, I need to be there. I'm in Bangalore, I need to be there in San Francisco. So whenever I see Aryu, he's also from IT, a software person, I envy him. Even though he is in trouble of 100 different things, but for me, my trouble is I'm not in California. So I asked Aryu, is there a way I can come to California? He says, Vilas, even I want you to come to California. But his reason for I being in California is different than my reason of being in California. His dukkha is one thing and my dukkha is another thing. So now somehow, I think next year I should be getting my visa, let's say. And I find one gentleman in the flight who is interested in Dhamma and says that, Vilas, you stay for 6 months in the US, don't go back. We will help you in getting you a green card. I have influence, I'll get it for you. Now, what will I do with Ariu? At the very moment, I can dump him because I have a better deal now. So I land in California and San Francisco. It's been a while. I've never seen San Francisco Bay Area. So I go around and stay at Ariu's home. Courtesy is home. Then this gentleman calls me saying that, hey, Vilas, you're supposed to come to us. Let's say he is in New York and he's an attorney and he can get me my green card. Which is better? Staying with Ariu is better or staying with that gentleman is better? I think, yeah, makes sense to stay with him because I will have green card. That means I don't have to apply for a visa again. And there's no questioning. Why are you coming into US? No questions.
Dukkha of getting visa.
Yes, and now what I do is I trade off, saying that, Ariu, you know what? I thank you very much for all that you've done. But you see, with the green card, I can be in US at wish. And then a strange thing happens. When we talk about Dhamma in New York, another gentleman who is knowing a lot of congressmen comes to me and says that, hey, we'll give you the why only green card? We can process your citizenship if you want. Citizenship, wow, that's even more better. I am an American, so my dream is fulfilled. All the three are valid. If opportunity comes by, all the three can happen. From no one to someone can happen. And I can change my name.
Even if that doesn't happen, the potentiality of you saying yes and again yes is there, right?
100% there. 100% there. Not just assumingly there. 100% there. So now I will make my name is Bhante something. They say that Anagarika Vilas looks something old traditional, Theravada style. You should have something which is Uber. Why don't you call yourself Bhante? Yes, now I'll do Bhante. Vilas, I don't know what is meaning of Vilas. We will name you as Bhante Jinasundara. Sundara means beautiful. Jina means one was one. I will make you Bhante Jinasundara. What do you think? Bhante Jina is better. It's easy to spell. Okay, your official name would be Bhante Jinasundara. And we will call you Bhante Jina. What do you think? That's beautiful. Wow. Is there a dukkha in this whole episode? What I said? No, not even a single ounce of dukkha. Even with Buddha Dhamma, I'm not experiencing any dukkha. I might be talking dukkha a lot, but there is no dukkha. If this happens, I become a citizen of America. Is that a dukkha? No. It's the best sukha. Isn't it or not? You are saying no, but I feel yes. Why? I become privileged. You see this fun. I don't have to work. I get a house. I don't have to ride. I get a ride. I don't have to go and buy food. Somebody will buy it for me because I'm a Bhante. All that I need to do is to share the Dhamma, which is my profession. Isn't it the best thing I could ever expect in life? I'm done. And so now where is the dukkha? In fact, I feel I'm so lucky to get a life like that. Isn't it or not? Let's say by 2025, I'm an American citizen. As early as 2025. 24, I get my visa. 25, 24, I get my green card. 25, I'm a citizen. What stops me from becoming a citizen? Nothing. If only the conditions matches, there goes the citizenship. The condition doesn't match, nothing I can do. I need to beg. That is dukkha. But what if the condition matches? The people say that, hey, you please come, you stay in our country. I say, no, out of modesty, I say, no, why this trouble? I don't think so, I should be doing that. No, no, please stay. Ah, well, you see, but you're a Bhante. You said that you don't have a family. Yes, sir, I don't have a family. Sure, yeah. The people down there, I don't know, they're just human beings, in my opinion. I don't have a wife and a son. Oh, then you can stay back. So I make up my mind, at least for getting this visa, I need to stay here. And then at least for getting my document changed from an Indian citizen to an American citizen. And I have an advantage also. I get a PIO card, person of Indian origin. That means I can retain my Indian passport and also the American passport. I can have dual thing. So when I am coming to India, I can show my Indian passport. And I can have an Indian account. I can have everything. And when I go to America, I have my American passport. Sounds reasonable, actually. It's so good. So where's the dukkha? I don't see any dukkha here. At least in my opinion, there's no dukkha. Even conventional, there's no dukkha. Forget about paramarthika dukkha. Look at this example and tell me where's the dukkha. Yes, Matt.
Because it's like it would only be pleasurable for a time. You know,
But
it's like
still,
eventually,
but
even
still
when
there's a
you
pleasure.
came here, you would be unsatisfied.
No, that's correct. But there is a pleasure. Dukkha is something where you will cut out the pleasure. You will see deep inside the pleasure. But I'm not able to see where's the pain here. Actually, no pain, no gain. So I didn't want it to become an American citizen. It so happened on the flight I met someone and he said, "The Dhamma knowledge you have, we require somebody like you in America." I said, "Yeah, I would love to. Why not? What's wrong?" And he said, "I can get you a green card, but I have my friend who can get you the document change. Stay with us for 6 months. We will do something for you." Because I need to be there in America for 6 months minimum to have my document processed. So I got my 6 months. And then I shouldn't be going back to India because it has to get cancelled. The document has to get cancelled. That means the visa has to be cancelled. So they apply for visa cancellation. I can't fly out of US. So I stay back in US for 1 year. 6 months for this and 6 months for that. And I get my green card. Now I can go anywhere. Now I can come to India, talk to my wife and son, and now look at how to get them into America. That's my next quest. Because they say that you can bring now your family. Absolutely fair. So I get H4 visa for them. And they are there. Dependent visa. And then I convert that into H1B. And then I'll convert that into green card. And then I convert that into American citizens. Done deal. Isn't it possible? And where's the dukkha here? There's absolutely no dukkha. I'm telling you. You just think it over. There's no dukkha. It's such a sukha. No, that is separate. As if all Americans are happy. After I become an American, it will take a while.
You have to think from Indians' perspective.
Ah.
A lot of Indians are even jeopardizing their lives to go to America.
See, why does an Asian migrate to another country? Americans don't migrate. Asians migrate. A Sri Lankan is going to jump into Australia, New Zealand, and all these places. They have an affinity towards that side. If you happen to be in Perth or in Adelaide or in Melbourne or any place, you will jump into Sri Lankans. Right, left, and center. If I get into California area, I'm going to get into Gujaratis, all Indians. And if I get into Chicago area, I get all Telugu speaking people. And in fact, Chicago now has a 24/7 Telugu radio.
Canada is Punjabi.
Canada is Punjab. Welcome to Punjab. And at the Toronto airport itself, you can find a Punjabi. Forget about BC, British Columbia. I don't know, British came there and they made it Columbia, but Indians made it really big. And they have, in fact, there is a Kannada Sangha there in British Columbia. They have a celebration which is far bigger than what is done in my state.
Yeah, everywhere. In India, we are not celebrating, but they are celebrating.
Yeah.
You're
And
Gujaratis.
day before yesterday, just a week ago, my niece stays in London. They had a sari day. The entire Buckingham Palace looks like they're in a sari. Isn't that the most happiest moment? For an American, it might not really not matter. He's been born there. Once a Texan. Once a Texan, always a Texan.
India more beautiful than real India.
See, at least for Matt, once a Texan, always a Texan, and there ends the matter. But for Indian, it is not. He would love to be in America, across America and across Canada. A dream country. And every person, whomever you ask, in fact, when I was in Sri Lanka, I went to this school where Lasanta teaches. I met the students. I never met a single Sri Lankan. I met few American Sri Lankans, few New Zealand Sri Lankans, few Australian Sri Lankans, few UK Sri Lankans, meaning they already planned that after this I'm going to go to that country. I did not meet, out of 30 students he introduced, I did not meet a single Sri Lankan who would say, I would love to stay in Sri Lanka. He says, no, I'm going there. And one girl, she wants to be in NASA. She's already preparing. Okay, so all Asians would like to migrate. Isn't that the most happiest moment? So let's say Shreyas, he gets job in Google US. Would he say, come on, I don't want it? He would go. I can bet he will go. Maybe Ariu can apply for him and he will jump. If they say, we will not only give you H-1B visa, we will give you the citizenship because you are very much required in America. Would he say, come on, leave it. It's Jati pi Dukkha, Jara pi Dukkha and all that. He wouldn't do it. He would be now excited, when is he going to land on the moon? Now, where is the Dukkha? In this entire conversation, I did not have any Dukkha at all. Even just expressing this.
You are just waiting for it is Sukha. I mean, just thinking about it, just dreaming about it.
Isn't it happiness now? I'm really feeling so happy. All the places are coming into my eyes. The way I have seen America, it's all coming into it. Maybe that's not America today. It's quite old now. But it's coming. Am I not enjoying? Am I not feeling happy that I get my green card? Yes, certainly yes. Isn't it a dream of every Indian, every Nepalese, every uh, Asian, basically? Every Chinese. Why just leave? Why just only make Indians? Every Chinese would love to be in America. You ask, go and ask in Beijing. You like to be in America? He said yes. Because that's where you get wealth. Not that Americans, everyone staying in America has wealth, but these guys can create wealth because they succeed in their pursuit. Maybe an American might not really pursue that much as an Asian would do in pursuit of happiness. So they land to another shore. Well, let's say America, recession and job cuts and all that. Why don't I go to Wellington, Auckland, or somewhere? The more unhappiness, the more the pursuit. No, are you? It's not like that. If you are giving, take it this way: if there's a beggar on the road, he's never seen riches. He knows it is dukkha, but you give him riches, he feels sukha. You give riches to a person who is rich, he will feel dukkha because there is nothing more to it. So they both are same. Just like you keep on eating sweets every day and you feel bugged with it, you feel there's no more taste. Why? Eating the same sweet. How much can you buy? How much sweet will you buy? After a while, you feel tired of it because you want something new. And there is no something new. And hence it seems dukkha. But something exciting comes. Let's say somebody will promise, like I promised you, I'll get you the 9th jhana. You immediately jumped because the other sukha is not there. Yes, Vilas, I'm coming. It's again dukkha, but the sukha. You just remember your flight. You didn't feel the flight. You didn't feel anything. You were one pointed on that. Exactly the same way an Indian would be one pointed on his job. And then came Viparanam Dukkha. Yes, that's correct. So now as I talk about this sukha, there is Viparanama Dukkha. That means I want my green card and US document. Might not happen. Or the person who promised me ultimately says that no, we can't do it. Why? No, you don't have a monastery right now. So you have to first create a monastery here. And you should be here for 5 years. But you can't stay for 5 years with your B2 visa. So what do we do? I'll presently pursue for your green card. At least. But that will take 3 years. Oh, shucks. Anyway, my visa is for 10 years. But please remember, you're coming on a B2 visa. That means you can't stay in this country more than 60 days. Every time you come for 60 days, they'll ask you this question. Last time you were here. B2 is actually tourist visa. What are you doing here? B1, I understand, is for business. But you don't have any business here. That's dukkha. But there is a sukha. Somebody is getting me the green card. What do I do? Pursuit of happiness. It's still sukha. I need to take some trouble. So how do we resolve? Is this conventional dukkha really understood? I don't think so. At least I have not understood. If I get a job in US, will I say no to it? And they themselves come. Vilas, you're one of the key person for us. Please, we plead. You're putting me in a corner. Yeah, out of modesty, I say, no, I better be in Bangalore. We are getting you 1 million US salary with a palatial home, wherever you choose, whichever place, that's yours. Should I stay? I love Denver. I'm actually a 100% Colorado man. I would love to be in Colorado, mountain high. Why don't I stay in Denver? That place is so amazing. I'll shift to Denver. I don't want California. No mountains. In fact, I would love to stay in Washington State, Portland. Okay, Portland or Denver. Because Denver is best because not much populated. So I'll go in the outskirts of the city, some county. Nice place. So where's the dukkha? Absolute no dukkha. Absolutely. And I'm getting 1 million salary. Anybody would jump 1 million. Not small. Now I can do discourses even more better sitting in that place. I can have an acoustic studio. Is that a dukkha? No. I can trade on Buddha Dhamma even more easily. That's what is giving me all these riches. Where? So where's the dukkha? Anybody want to counter me? I don't know. Everyone is silent. I don't know for what reason. I think I was thinking Sachin is going to counter me or Ariu is going to counter me.
No, I know you are going to come back to Dukkha, so we are waiting.
At least Ariu would have countered me. No, Vilas, he comes for a fight. Today I'm seeing he is just sitting there and listening to me. I don't know. Something has bitten Ariu.
Because every sentence you said had dukkha. I don't even know where to start.
Yeah. Anitya, no, Anitya. Not guaranteed.
Every sentence has dukkha. Yes. Everything we pursue is dukkha.
In fact, we all are founded in understanding of Dukkha. So your sentence are not shaking us up.
So, all that I said is dukkha only.
So say something different to shake us.
Yeah, okay. So, pursuit of happiness is dukkha, conventional dukkha. If you are pursuing something, remember that's a dukkha. Can be pursuing anything, it's a dukkha. That's a conventional dukkha. Can be pursuing anything, taste, touch, smell, thoughts, whatever. 6 senses. If you are pursuing something, is conventional dukkha, which looks sukha, meaning it looks pleasurable. To get the pleasure, there should be some pain. No pain, no gain.
Even waiting for it or hoping for it also seems like Sukha.
In fact, including Nibbana is Dukkha. Pursuit of Nibbana equals Dukkha. That is what is the Mula Pariyaya Sutta. 24 things. The last one is Nibbana. Also is Dukkha, not Sukha. Even though it is said Nibbanam Paramam Sukham, pursuing that itself is Dukkha. Why? Why do you think it's dukkha? That's my question. We are all in search of Nibbana. Don't tell me that you don't want Nibbana. Then we can close this today itself and we can bring down understanding Buddha teachings, that YouTube channel forever, because there's nothing to be done.
Yeah,
Okay, this US visa.
We are running.
Yeah, US visa and all that are very trash thing. Okay, done.
So you mean to say we are running away from samsara? Because this question I ask sometimes. Am I running away from samsara because it is painful?
Yes. So now we say that yeah, it's very pain to manage relationship and blah blah all that. But nibbana is something I'm pursuing. But unfortunately, pursuing nibbana also is dukkha. It's in fact conventional dukkha, not even a paramarthika dukkha. It's not ultimate dukkha or unhappiness. Yeah, go ahead, Matt. I think you wanted to say something.
Well, yeah, because it just makes me curious. I mean, I understand how it can become a hindrance when you're pursuing, Nibbana. But still, it's like, how do you, because you have to have some kind of aspiration even for that to get it.
Yes,
You know?
but the moment you aspire it, it's gone.
Yeah. I mean, but what's the answer to that? How do you balance it? Because,
There's nothing to balance. You have to let go of it.
Balancing is another dukkha.
So let's understand dukkha in a proper perspective. What is dukkha? Dukkha is whatever comes in the six senses is dukkha. Whatever. Now, there are five senses. There is a sixth sense called mind. The objective here, if you want sukha, is to stop the five senses. And there is one sutta where Buddha talks about catching a lizard. There are six holes, ant holes, ant hill. And if all the holes are open, no matter how much you watch, the lizard can escape. It will escape. You're seeing here, it will go there. Now you see there, it comes here. Because it's very fast. So first you have to close all the five holes. Then you are left with only one hole. The mind sense door. When you do this closing of five doors, you can see the dukkha, which is not conventional, it is paramarthika. Because these five are not yours. They are alien. Parato in Pali. It's not yours. And it's nobody's also. That means eyes are not mine to say this is my eye. Ears are not mine to say my ear. In the same way, it is not my body either. Now, once I get this knowledge that they are somebody, I've caught the lizard by its tail. And once I catch it by the tail, it will wriggle and it gives up. So the mind is still. It doesn't move now to eyes and ears and nose and tongue and body. And then I see the dukkha. What? It's exactly what I'm doing in all the life. Then I see the jati pi dukkha. Being born with this itself is dukkha. Because it ages. What? Ideas will age. Sight will age. Sound will age. Taste will age. Smell will age. Body will age. We are only seeing body aging. Please remember this. Just like we forget watching the body consciousness, Again, you were only watching body aging. So when you say somebody asks, what is your age? I'm 52. You look 52. Vilas, you look like 35. Ah, what a comfortable feeling. Wow, man, this is great. Vilas, you looked so young than any other 52-year-old. Even more better. Why? Body is not aging. Am I not happy? Where's the dukkha? And when I got all my medical reports, none of the medical report says that I have any problem. Isn't that happiness? It is. It is happiness. I was in so much of pain when Aryu was here. We went to the doctor. He gave me a list of tests that has to be done. 9th morning, he went away to America. We dropped him to the airport and straight went to the center to get myself tested. And my son was so worried. What will come as a result? And when there is nothing, it's such a relief. So, where is the paramarthika dukkha? Not there. So, basically, just like we don't see the consciousness in the body, it has its own consciousness which arises and passes away. In the same way, we don't see other aging than the body aging. And hence, mind takes. I tell you what it is. Mind takes what is called as nitya, permanent. So it comes to nitya bodha, like what Goenka teaches as anitya bodha or anitya bodha, not anitya, anitya bodha. So it takes as nitya. That means you're always there. Who says I'm not there? I'm there. No matter how much I say anitya, 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 I can keep on singing the song. I am anitya, I am anitya. And I can even like Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. I can, anitya, anitya, dukkha, dukkha, anatma. Anitya, anitya. That's not going to do anything at all, to be honest, for me. I can be repeating that forever. Anitya, anitya, anitya. Sight is anitya, sound is anitya. But when sight comes, hey, hold on. Okay, now you continue. Hey, wait, some sound is coming. Hold on. And somebody gives me chocolate. Hey, wait. Let me take the chocolate. I tell you, Aryu, that's the reason I had asked you to buy the Giraldelli chocolate. It's beautiful. And what does a poor Chirag do? He also sent me a box of chocolate. But Giraldelli, I love it. But his chocolate is also good. So now what should I do? Toss it? This is good, that is good. Both are good. Both I'll put in the mouth. What a taste.
Anitya is so tasty.
Yeah, Anitya is so tasty. And I keep on eating chocolate. One chocolate, a second chocolate, third chocolate. I keep on repeating it. Everything is anitya, everything is dukkha, everything is anatma. Like that I can keep on singing. It looks so nice. Okay, so the first thing I need to do on the dukkha side, if I were to see anitya, or rather anicca, is to penetrate the dukkha, not anitya. You are catching the snake by the mouth. it's going to bite you. You have to catch the snake by the tail, closing the mouth, not the other way around. If you try to irritate it by looking into it or doing something stupid, it's going to bite. So sansara is going to bite you. The moment you try to catch it in the front, first thing you need to penetrate, or I need to penetrate, is dukkha. And hence it is dukkha satya, not anitya, not anicca, not anatta. I will be fooling myself if I keep on looking at anatta or anatman or anatma and anicca or anitya or whatever that words are. It's just words. Have I understood dukkha? Both conventional and ultimate. And how do I understand the ultimate dukkha? You have to keep on feeding all the 6 senses consistently. That is dukkha. You have to keep on feeding. If you don't feed, they get angry. Snakes. They get angry. They get terrible angry with you. You have to keep on feeding. Feeding with sights, it likes. Feeding with sound, it likes. Feeding with taste, it likes. Feeding with touch, it likes. Feeding with smell, it likes. Feeding with thoughts, it likes. And none of them are in your control in the first place. If you don't give them, they will pursue it themselves. They will pull you. Hey, come, we'll go there. And you go. Hey, we'll taste this. So the first thing what Buddha taught, if you want to catch this snake or the lizard or whatever simile we can give or he can give, is to stop the breath of them. Make it not breathe. Question comes, how would they not breathe? They are connected through breath. So you watch the breath. When you start watching the breath, the 5 senses will start to cripple down. Because there's somebody who is watching. You can't watch the eye, but you can watch the breath change in the eye. The breath will change as soon as some sight comes. It paces up. If there's no pacing, the eye is not seeing. If the sound comes and the ear is interested in knowing, there is a pacing of the breath. Everywhere there's pacing of the breath. Now, what this watch Aryu has given me is showing me that if I willingly put something, the heartbeat will increase. If I withdraw, it comes down to 45 as heartbeat. If I just see like this, it shows 71. 45 to 71. It's a pacing. So if I do that, then magic happens. What happens? The magician is caught. The 6 vinyana, one by one, or taken over. Who? That vinyana, which is feeding onto this 6 vinyana, takes over. Now that is awareness, sati. You put yourself as someone, third party, and watching it. So now you see everything as not you. And hence you see it's not self. No self there. I is not your self. If we were to put as anatma as the conventional way of putting it in the Buddha Dhamma, that anitya, dukkha, anatma, if we were to take that itself as what is translated as impermanent suffering or dissatisfaction or unsatisfactoriness for dukkha, and anatma is no self. We were to take that terms. Fair. Why? Because we have penetrated dukkha. So now it doesn't matter what it is called as. What the other two are called as, it doesn't really matter to us. Or shouldn't matter to anyone. Because the nature, we are talking about nature. Yesterday Ashutosh made one beautiful comment, and Aryu also has made one good comment. If they both were to really see it that way, they are done. I feel Arhat for Aryu is just one shot. I was talking to him and he said, whatever it is, everything is dukkha. I said, beautiful. Pleasure is also dukkha, pain is also dukkha. But then he then added so many other things. So I said, now you leave it. Now you have lost the plot. Initially, what he said was perfect. Pleasure is as dukkha as pain. Actually, pleasure is other part of the pain itself. There's nothing called as pleasure.
Yes, yes, it is definitely, because you are saying it is pleasure itself shows that there is unpleasantness in you.
Yes. So when he said that, I was so happy. I said, boss, you're almost going towards Arhat. Beautiful. Then he started explaining something. I said, okay, now it's gone. Leave it. And he wanted to ask me something. I said, yeah, leave it. Now, what you initially said, if that is the mantra you are going to work, Arhat. No less than that. Beautiful. Yes, Aryu.
I don't remember saying that. I just thought I understand the three dukkha better using your example of going to the restroom. That's what I said.
That is fine, but that is a conventional level. But what you said, that cannot be disputed. And the beauty is that it is there in the sutta also. If you want to refer, there are a lot of suttas where Buddha says that consider pleasure as pain.
Also, I think there's an example given saying the pleasure is like catching the snake. If you catch it by the tail, the head bites you, right? So when you catch the snake by the pleasure, the dukkha bites you.
Yes,
And that's
absolutely.
right.
Absolutely. And what
No,
Ashutosh...
and no, actually, the pleasure is dukkha. The reason is, I will share a video, but it is in Hindi. The point is, in which there are a lot of examples has been given. One example is you are thirsty, so drinking water is pleasure. And the moment you drink sufficient water, drinking water is pain.
Yes.
So the pleasure, the root of pleasure is your thirst. That means dukkha is in the core of sukha. Otherwise, you won't feel drinking water any happiness. Happiness is because relieving from you the dukkha that you are holding. Actually, there is no absolute happiness. Happiness is relieving from dukkha momentarily.
Yeah. So, what did Ashutosh say? The beautiful, we were talking on Vedanta and a lot of things, and it clicked him. I really appreciate him also. He said, one who knows the nature gets the Nibbana. Perfect saying. Another Buddha. If Ashutosh and Aryu were to exactly stand on that, I have to say, Bhante, Aryu, teach me how did you reach there? Or Bhante Ashutosh, tell me how did you reach there? That's correct. 100% correct. No doubt. Now we come to the actual section on what is dukkha understanding. Following the nature law. The nature law is anything that is created will get destroyed. Yam kinchi samudaya dhammam sabbam tam nirodha dhammam iti in Pali. In very simple word, if you create vilas, it's like writing on water. It will never stay. Even for a moment. Forget staying till end of life. So you have to keep on feeding back. You have to feed back. Hey Vilas, hey Vilas, hey Vilas, and hey Vilas, and hey Vilas, and hey Vilas. And this memory Vilas will keep on coming. And I say, yeah, you go ahead. That doesn't mean that we shouldn't have a conventional name. You should. Otherwise, it will be very difficult to converse. But there is no Aryu. In the same way, there is no California. And there's no America. There's no India. Conventional sense, yes. Everything exists. Why? Because that designation, everything has to be there. Assuming that is dukkha. Why it doesn't exist? In nature, no America exists. How? If an asteroid were to hit Earth today and breaks into a million pieces, and that's it. That's the end of America or India or whichever country we're talking about. And no human race also will be there. What happened to my Apple iPad? What? You yourself is not there. Where's the Apple iPad or this pad or that pad? No pad exists. Oh, what about my wife? Which wife? You never had one. You didn't even have a human being in the first place. You had 5 senses. That's it. Nothing else. With Jivitindriya, with 5 senses. The 6th one holding both. That is the mind. That's it. And that holding on is the dukkha. You let go of it. In the mind, let go of it. Paramam sukha. So conventionally, whatever we are talking is no sukha. It's just convention, just usage. And that is what is nama rupa. Nama rupa paricheda jnana is splitting of nama rupa, is seeing what is the dukkha in convention and what is the dukkha in real. Holding on to the convention is the actual dukkha in real sense. Meaning real sense in the sense that I have 2 eyes and so all the others have 2 eyes. Neither it is their eye or my eye. It's just eyes. So bahya, don't take that. Just the seeing. Eye's job is to see. That's it. Ear job is to hear. Whether ear is there in Aryu's place or in Sachin or in Matt or in Anusha or Ashutosh or Chirag or Vipshan or Shreyas or so-called wife and son, their job is to hear. Nothing else they're doing. The ear doesn't do anything other than hearing. What does it do? Nothing. Tongue. In whosoever tongue you put, the taste is going to come. Whosoever tongue, not your tongue. Whosoever tongue. Even a dog tongue, if you put, the taste will come. Ant tongue, if you put, the taste will come. It's not somebody is owning it. No, nobody can own a tongue. And nobody can own a nose. A dog has a nose and a rat has a nose and every living being on this world has a nose. It smells. It's not my smell, it just smells. And every living being, what the name, has a body. Maybe I might not like that body, that is separate. But it has its own body. And it has delusion, which is in the mind. Let go of the delusion. So what is the dukkha? Deluded is the dukkha. And with delusion, you get raga and dvesha. So dukkha equals within bracket delusion, close the bracket, plus this kind of bracket, raga plus dvesha. That's the formula. Can I remove raga? No. Can I remove dvesha? No. What should I do then? Remove the moha. See the things as they really are. Then you get vijja. Avijja yatveva asesa viraga nirodha. So if the avijja is completely removed, the conventional reality is completely thrown out, and kaye kayanupassi viharati is seen. What is kaya here? Paskaya is external kaya. What I am seeing like this. The internal kaya is what is inside. It's inside. Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayo, Akasa, Chakku, Sota, Ghana, Jivha, Kaya, Mano. Finished. They are not mine. Eso na mama. Eso na aham asmi. This doesn't belong to me. There is mamakara means mineness. Ahankara means I-ness. Mine and I and mine. I keep on comparing. Oh, he has that. I don't have it. He, I. She, I. Like that. And these two create a thing called as atta. Because the dukkha is not seen, self gets created. So if somebody asks, what is self? Namarupa. We have covered it long. But what actually is Namarupa? Dukkha, that's it. You're holding something which is not existing. Now, somebody promises me ninth jhana. Somebody means some bhante. Like this bhante promised Harry, I'll take you to 8 jhana. And he says that, no, I had booked the flight ticket even before you told me that. Okay, fine. Still, promise is a promise. Right? So this bhante promises. Am I not running wherever he is going to come? Yes. Is that Nibbana? No. Why? Eyes have gone where it should not go. Ear has gone where it should not go. Tongue has gone where it should not go. Nose has gone where it should not go. Body has gone where it should not go. Mind has anyway gone. So what did I collect? A packet full of promises. Which makes no sense. Because I carried dukkha. I went with dukkha, carried another set of dukkha. Why? Very simple. Ninth jhana is a craving for me. I want to attain that ninth jhana. I want. Come on, I want. It's letting go gets you jhana. You have to let go of the very thing you want to take it. That's a practice. So if I were to sit and practice, I need to practice dukkha satya. Simple. Not holding on to, giving up. Give up. Not worth it. Sight is not worth it. Why? Everybody has eyes. So what is the worth it there? No, I want to see her eyes. Huh? What's the difference between this eye and that eye? No, her eyes are beautiful, I'm telling you. Which side? You lack this beauty thing. I'm telling you, it's such a beauty. See her eyes. It's like lotus. Like lotus. Okay, I'll pluck a lotus and see whether the eyes will match. Hey, come on. It's simile, man. Simile. Look at her nose. So beautiful. Where? Inside the nose? Where the phlegm is coming, or she's sneezing and all that. And if it's a COVID thing. Please remember, if you sneeze, you'll be put into hospital. So people sneeze. Like, you'll see here and there. Then I should go and kiss the nose. Why? It's beautiful. And the thing which comes out of nose, which idiot will love it? She herself will not like it. Forget I go and licking it. So this conventional way of seeing, which is what caught up in the mind, letting go of that is the second kaya. Kaye kaya anupassi viharati. Now the anupassana has to happen. Investigation. What really it is. To an extent of going deeper, contemplation. Vipassana is to investigate, anupassana is to contemplate. Is really knows a good thing. Skin, not the outer skin, not the inner skin. What is skin? Patavi. Patavi in different forms as kesa, loma, nakha, danta, tacho, mamsa, atti, like that. So where did I find Vilas? Wait, kesa, loma, nakha, danta, tacho, mamsa, atti. If I keep on practicing like this, the dukkha is seen. Why? Every life is only this. Jati pi dukkha. Now I have hit upon the jati. Honestly. Vakkantiya sati namarupa is seen. Namarupa pachaya salayatan. Now the six sense doors can be seen. Salayatana pachaya phassa. There's a contact with consciousness. Six conscious. Phassa pachaya vedana. There's a feeling. Eye has a feeling. Ears has a feeling. Nose has a feeling. Tongue has its own feeling. Body has a feeling. Mind has its own feeling. As do manasa, so manasa. Two feelings. Upekha is not seen that much, but do manasa, so manasa is seen. Now I caught it. Now in the Titayatana Sutta, he says, this Vedana is the Dukkha. Why? You keep on feeling something or the other, which is like feeding onto itself. One who sees this Dukkha has penetrated the first noble truth. Once you see that, you will see the Tanha also along with it. Craving for sight. And we miss the body. Craving for the body. Crave for it. When we see this, the conventional reality is gone. Given up. So just like Milinda explained, asked the question and Nagasena beautifully answered it, you can answer it for yourself. That if it is Vilas, what is Vilas? Pancha Upadana Khanda Dukkha. That's it. As long as I have Vilas in my mind, I am carrying Dukkha because it doesn't exist. As soon as I let go of it, Rupa Khanda, Vedana Khanda, Sanya Khanda, Sankhar Khanda, Vinyana Khanda, as explained in this Jhana Sutta, In that sutta, Buddha explains how do you do it with Etan Santan, Etan Panitan, that particular sutta. If you see, he says that first you have to understand the 5 aggregates. Remove the grasping for 5 aggregates. Because they are not yours. Parato, Gandho, Sallato, like that. You have to really see. You see it. They are not yours. When they are not yours, they are nobodies. If they are nobodies, then you are relieved. If you are relieved, you are in the 9th jhana. Instantly. Not that one first jhana and second and third and fourth and arupa, then this. No. That is again dukkha. You want to get into 9th jhana? Let go. The very instant you are in Nibbana. Very moment. Not even a minute it will take. So then what should I try then? Understand what is rupa. This. Not imagination. This. As explained in the Maharahulavada Sutta. The first section is on dukkha. The second section is letting go of it, which is understanding what is the reason for dukkha. That third section where he says that be like water, be like Patavi, be like this, be like that, is letting go, which is Nirodha. And the step you have taken using Anapanasati to come out of it is fourth noble truth. So you have Ayatana, 6 Ayatana, in that you have 5 dhatus, also in that you have the Lakhana, Anicca, Dukkha, Anatta in that, and you also have Paticca Samutpada. So Maharahulavada Sutta, MN 62, teaches the Dukkha Satcha, Dukkha Samudaya Satcha, Dukkha Nirodha Satcha, Dukkha Nirodha Gamini Patipada along with Patisamutpada. One perfect sutta for all to reach Arhat. So now question comes, do you have to be a Sotapanna to reach Arhat? Need not be. Why? Bahya Sutta. Bahya never was identified, he was a Sotapanna, then he struggled and then he became a Sakatagami, then again a Anagami. No. Bahya, na tena na tatta, na ubhaya antare. Finished. That's it. He understood. He was not a Buddha's follower in the first place. But he became Arhat. Then we might say in the previous life he might be a Buddha follower. That's again a conventional reality. What Bahya did or anybody should do is to understand the nature. Whether Tathagata exists or Tathagata doesn't exist. The nature law will not change. And that's the meaning of the word Sanatana or Sanatani, that which doesn't change. The arising and passing away, no matter whether a Buddha is there or not there, it remains the same. The dukkha is to take what arises and passes away as real. That either I will do something to stop the passing away or I'll do something in arising, catching two extremes and trying to put a bridge in the middle. Two ends and the middle is dukkha. So in a mirage, when I'm going on the road, one side is the 6 senses and another side is the object. I'm seeing it, I want it, I feel there's a water there, so I'm going the road. The consciousness is the middle one, which is connecting both, that is forgotten. The craving teaches these two ends, forgetting the middle. Because of the vinyana, I'm seeing these two ends. So vinyanasa nirodhena ettesam uparujyati. Now I have broken the shackles of Mara. So there's no death. This is the Amata Dhamma. Yes, Chirag.
Uh, can you please repeat this part about this bridge again? What this bridge connects?
Okay, now I'll explain to you. How far is your home from Aryu's home?
Maybe 15 minutes,
15
20
minutes
minutes,
walk or drive?
20 minutes drive. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
15 minutes drive. Around 3.5 to 4 miles.
Maybe 10, more like 10 miles.
10 miles. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You are in the US. I mean, if
Yeah.
it's in India, then yes. Okay, 10
Yeah.
miles. So you're on 10 miles east or 10 miles west, or 10 miles north or 10 miles south?
I'm 10 miles east.
East. Okay. Now, you just now made the bridge. We both made the bridge. So you understood, Chirag?
No.
No. Let me
Yeah.
explain to you. We created 10 miles north. You said no. 10 miles south. No. 10 miles east. You said yes. The bridge is connected between your home and his home.
You mean like understanding of it? Or
No, from the conventional sense, that is correct. But even internally inside you, you created a bridge now. Inside, you created an Aryu home away from your home, which is 10 miles apart
right.
on the east side. Conventionally, yes. But inside your mind also, you would have created that bridge, which is the conscious experience of 10 miles east, even though there is no 10-mile east.
Yes.
But you feel it is there, right?
Yes.
And that is what the consciousness is all about. It gives you that conscious experience that your home and his home is 10 miles apart as an experience. And every time you want to go to Aryu's home or he wants to come to your home, what will happen? You have to either drive 10 miles or he has to drive 10 miles. And that's how you can meet. So there is craving. Let's say I love Aryu a lot. So how much distance? It's roughly around 22,000 kilometers from my home. Aryu's home. I love him. Because of that love, I had to sit in a flight for 16.5 hours. One single flight at least. Otherwise, two airports shifting, get on at one airport, wait, and again another airport and all that. I don't want it. I'll take one single flight, Bangalore to San Francisco. And after getting down another 2 hours for visa and all that, and then come out and Aryu is standing, I hug him. Hey Aryu, how are you, man? I am well. It's so nice to meet you. At last I've met you. Oh, great. Okay. Vilas, what do you like to eat? Yeah, I've forgotten all about eating. I need to eat. Hey, but I normally take a bath before eating. Hey, Vilas, it's evening here, 6 p.m. You're landed at 6 p.m. Please understand. Yeah. Or tomorrow morning I'll take a bath. Because normally I bath in the morning, not in the evening. And then we hit to an Indian restaurant. And in the meanwhile, Chirag also comes. How can Chirag not come when I'm there in San Francisco? So we go to the Punjabi dhaba. And by now, Aryu has eaten so much of Indian food, he knows every bit of it. So he will say, hey, Vilas, here is a curry, here is this, here is that. I eat. That is what is Dukkha in action. Why? One side is the taste, another side is the tongue. The consciousness is what it is making this interesting experience happen. And craving is a seamstress. There's one sutta where 6 monks explain what they've understood in Buddha teaching in their own words. And they go into the Buddha asking him who is right. And Buddha ratifies all the 6 of them, saying that it is right in one way or the other, between one end, another end, middle, and which is what it is stitching it. So he says, originally when I taught it, I said, phassa is the one end. The thing which is getting connected is another end. The consciousness is the next end. And the seamstress is tanha, craving. So does that mean shouldn't I fly to San Francisco? Yeah, you fly wherever. With the knowledge that there is no San Francisco at all. Then there is no dukkha. For what you want visa? Just to meet you or somebody. What if they don't give you visa? Doesn't matter. Can Aryu come and meet you? Yeah. Can Chirag come and meet you? Yeah, they can. Would you not feel unhappy if you don't go to America? And there is no America at all. Where is the question of getting happiness or unhappiness out of it? And that very instant is Nibbana. Because the disillusionment has happened. And hence, no need for a green card. Or no need for having getting my document to stay in the US. American citizen. It comes, it comes. It doesn't come, it doesn't come. That doesn't spoil my Nibbana. Because it's not my Nibbana. It is ending of defilements is Nibbana. Not mine. And that is what is there in the MN1. Mula Pariyaya Sutta. If I make it as mine, Nibbana, I am in Nibbana, means Dukkha. Actually, if you understand nature, it's Nibbana. That's it. Upada Vayatena Anicca is one way. Or Yam Kinchi Samudaya Dhammam Sabbam Tam Nirodha Dhammam Iti. That's it. If I am practicing like that, I am an Arhat. If I am one level below, then I am an Anagami. If I sometimes follow it, sometimes not follow it, I am a Sakadagami. I am still understanding how to follow that is a Sotapanna. That's the Dukkha in totality between conventional reality and unconventional, which is Paramatha or ultimate. So the six senses and the six sense bases, six sense bases and the six sense objects is the Dukkha. Ariya Jnana is this. Cutting out of that is Nibbana. Yes, Chirag.
So once again, basically, this dukkha happens when on one hand you have six senses, and on the other hand you have these objects that can be perceived by the six senses. And when the six senses touch, let's say, perceive the objects, then the suffering rises. Or when this bridge gets connected between the six senses and the sensory objects, it's then the suffering rises. Is that?
Yes, correct. Because as soon as the consciousness attaches, there is a craving for picking it up, while you can't pick anything. Nothing can be picked. See, if I were to be in US for 60 days, Chirag, I'm going to collect only experiences, nothing else. And when I come back, I'm coming with memories. Did I collect Aryu? No. Did I collect Chirag? No. Did I collect the roads? No. Did I collect the food? No. Did I collect the sky? No. Did I collect whatever I wanted to collect? No. All that is experience in the mind. Nothing could be collected.
So I have a following question. So can an ordinary person not perceive things in the way they do? For example, let's say I'm living in America can I somehow practice non-perceiving? That I'm living in America.
Yes, you can practice.
Leave perceive.
Anybody can practice and they'll come to know the dukkha. They will,
Because this perception happens instantaneously, right?
correct.
I mean,
Correct.
yeah.
So that is where we are breaking it. So to break that, you need to see the dukkha. If you don't see the dukkha, you can't break that perception. So there is a term used called a nitya sanya, and it should be made as anitya sanya, and that cannot happen till the dukkha is seen. So we do all our effort when we come to Buddha Dhamma to understand anitya and make it anitya, and so many different variations of it. Not knowing that, we should first start with dukkha. It's dukkha satya, nothing to do with anicca or anatta. When you see the dukkha, you see the dhamma. When you see the dhamma, you see anatta in that. And when you see anatta, then you see anicca. Anicca, dukkha, anatta is what is in nature. But for that, you need to see the dukkha. And hence, Buddha started with dukkha satya. He didn't teach Patisambhutpada immediately. He saw the dukkha. And when he saw the dukkha, he saw the Patisambhutpada. Inside those Four Noble Truths. And as a summarization of that, Patisambhutpada is five khanda. Rupa khanda, Vedana khanda, Sanya khanda, Sankhara khanda, and Vijnana khanda. Sankittena. Sankitta means summary. Sankittena pancha upadana khanda dukkha. If you were to ask me in summary, tell me, I don't want a big one from you. Sankittena pancha upadana khanda dukkha. But he says in the end, dukkha. He doesn't say anything. If you were to ask me what is dukkha, the five khandas. Knowing the five khandas is the dukkha satya. Because that is what is giving you the pain. Once you see that, you know why it is giving you the pain, which is craving. And when you know it is giving you pain, you'll do something about it. It means to get rid of that pain, which is nirodha. And the steps you have followed to make that happen is Arya Attangika Magga. So the defilements ended, you're done. So you know you're released. Who? The Vijnana is released. No fuel. Six senses are as fuel. Fuel removed. Be there till this vehicle runs, or you keep going here, there. Somebody calls you, hey Vilas, how are you? I'm doing good. I heard that your wife passed away. Ah, yeah, something even I heard. You can't say like that. That guy will say he's gone mad. Yeah, she died. But internally, nothing. Why? There was no wife in the first place. But that fear of death, if somebody says, Vilas, I heard your wife is dying. When? Who said? How? What happened? That is the dukkha, because there is clinging onto it. Yes, Sachin.
So generally they say chitta is impure. So defilement is in chitta.
Yes.
You are saying couple of times, I have noticed that sixth sense defilements are there in the sixth sense.
Now the thing is, there's a,
Panchupadana is also a dukkha. So
Yes.
it is towards the object. When we say Panchupadana Khanda is self, who am I is different. So this are contradicting.
no, I will tell you, there are certain contradiction till you really understand. In fact, that is what asked by Vacha in the Aggi Vacha Sutta. Okay, so let's clarify it in a very intellectual way. When we say Vijnana, it can't be seven Vijnanas, because Vijnana is Vijnana, consciousness is consciousness. But for understanding's sake, we have to say there are six consciousness which arises based upon the condition. Right? So he gives in the Dhatu Vibhanga, not in Dhatu Vibhanga Sutta, it is Mahatanha Sankhaya Sutta. He says, understand this, what is Vijnana. So he gives this six. He doesn't talk about the seventh one at all. And many, 99% suttas, he never explains The seventh Vijnana, only with Mara he explains that Vijnana. So you have to use your judgment. You have to use your judgment. Otherwise, you get muddled up. The reason why Buddha doesn't talk about the seven Vijnanas is that you get into this confusion. What is this Vijnana? It means like it's fixed. It is paramartha, meaning it will no changing, nothing there. So it will go into that direction. So what Buddha did is first look the dukkha. Don't talk about that. Look at the dukkha. When you ask me what is dukkha, feeling of I is dukkha. Now, how does the feeling of I comes into existence? Because of nama rupa. He ends there. He doesn't go beyond that. And hence in the Titayatana Sutta, you will see the five elements along with Vijnana is coming. Vakkantiya sati nama rupa. So he made that as nama rupa. That means nama rupa with Vijnana is already there. That is the matrix. That is the origin of everything is nama rupa with Vijnana. Generally speaking, when we speak of Vijnana, we will take either the six Vijnana or that Vijnana and muddle ourselves up because we want to exist. Existence is the cause for suffering. You want to exist. Deep within, there is an existential need. I want to exist at any cost. Or there is an other way around saying that I don't want to exist. Viparinama Dhamma in the sense of Uchchedavada, annihilationist. And because it is Viparinama, I don't want to exist. So when I say I don't want to exist and I want to exist, it becomes Sasattavada and Uchchedavada in the sense that I will believe that after this body is gone, nothing exists. So, Uchcheda, annihilationist, close topic. Or Sasattavada, that I will exist and I would love to exist and I have to purify such that I exist, but I exist. So, what Buddha did, he came to the middle path. Now, how do you say middle? It's not taking part of this and part of this. It's not like that. It's understanding the nature as it is. The nature as it is arising and passing away. That means nothing can stick permanently. If you were to take anitya, cannot be said permanent existence. Because it should be permanent existence and permanent non-existence. And both are wrong. There's nothing called permanently existing. So he removed that. So for our understanding, we need to take the six Vijnana. Forget that one for time being. Once we know it, penetrated it completely, it is gone. Then we know there is one Vijnana which is just an entity which is there due to Ayu and Usma. That remove the fuel from there, the fuel tank removed, it doesn't come back. And that is what the Vijnana, what our friend Mara was searching in every person. Buddha said that he will not come back. So he went in search of that Vijnana and he couldn't find it. It's not the six Vijnana he's talking about, but because Arhat would have removed the six Vijnana itself. Otherwise, he cannot attain Nibbana. Meaning he can't experience Nibbana without that. Meaning, what is the six Vijnana? To know things as they are, not as they are presented. Basically, that is Yatha Bhuta Jnana. Meaning, you see it as Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayo, Akasa, rather than calling it as Apple laptop or this or that or whatever it is. Conventional reality and actual reality. You know the actual reality, you remove the conventional reality and you're done. Yes, Chirag.
So this may be a silly question, but when you're saying see things as they are, um, I'm just wondering, if let's say initially you see it as an Apple, let's say MacBook, and then you see it as just a metal, and you can keep on deconstructing your sensory object further and further. But like, is there some level of you know, permanence, or how should I put it? Like, is there a certain level at which you cannot even deconstruct it even further, and you really see it as it is? Does that does my question make sense? Because I'm thinking, if let's say you keep on experimenting with your consciousness or your perception, you can keep on breaking things down further and further. But what does it really mean when we see it as it is?
Okay, yatha bhuta jnana means that how it has become. If you know the matrix, if you know the origin, that is yonisa manasikara, which is called in Pali, or going to the origin, how it is done, you lose the interest of it. So there are various ways of doing it, not one single way. There are various ways, and that is what is there in the sutta. There are many ways of deconstructing it, but as soon as you see, you should be able to do that. You should do it with your own face first to begin with. Like I'm seeing the camera, I need to really see whether I'm seeing like this myself or not. That's the practice, actually, to be honest. It's not coming to the Apple laptop or whatever. First, I have to see this body and see whether I can do it. Yes, Chirag.
What I understand it is, because let's say whenever we perceive something, there's a lot of meaning or symbolism attached to it. For example, let's say I look at you, you're my teacher, and there's some Buddha picture behind you. So I'm perceiving many objects which have certain significance or meaning loaded onto it, and that's why it motivates us to act in a certain way, or it pulls us to do things without even us realizing that we want to do it. So anyway, what I understand is that if you start to strip away all of this meaning, or all of these significances, then your wanting to do something about it goes away.
Yes, yeah, that's correct. So that is the practice.
Is, is,
That is,
is that what you mean? Like stripping
yes,
away all the significances or meanings and so on?
yes, because we have created values. So like the uh, photograph behind Buddha's photograph has a value. It has a real intrinsic value in my heart. But actually, it is just a cloth and some paint. No real Buddha is out there. But I might not agree to it because I have a value. That value is in the mind. So when I see it with value. What if it was from the beginning valueless? Does that really irritate me? Nothing. Conventionally, I know that. So that Vijnana, which is recognizing it as a Buddha, is the sixth Vijnana. Irrespective of the Vijnana which I am continuing my life, that Vijnana is showing that it is Buddha. That Vijnana. Which Vijnana? Chakku Vijnana. There's nobody speaking to me, but the Chakku Vijnana is saying that is Buddha because it is perceiving something as a photo frame, and the mind sense door opens it up and saying that, here comes the Buddha. So, mind makes everything. So, Mano Pubbangama Dhamma. This mind makes up everything. Mano Setta Manomaya. So everything is mind created. Now, if I see that statue or whatever I'm painting behind, there's no Buddha out there, but I feel I am having the Buddha's photograph or the painting. It's due to the Chakku Vijnana and the Mano Vijnana. So when the Chakku picks it up, it gives the information to the Mano Vijnana, and the Mano Vijnana takes it over. So now in my mind, when I say mind, there's a permanency that permanently that is existing there. So if somebody comes and wants to throw it out or tear it, I felt agitated because that's very true as my Vijnana. It's got nothing to do with this Vijnana which is there. It's there in everyone. So instead of getting into the seventh Vijnana, Buddha always wanted us to see this Vijnana. Chakku Vijnana, Sota Vijnana, Ghana Vijnana. First do the Indriya Samvara. You will come to see the other Vijnana itself. Yeah, that's right, Chirag. So when you see so many objects. So you get attached to those objects. Yes.
I mean, again, this is also a silly question, because I haven't gotten so far in my practice But what I'm wondering is, let's say, like I know that you're able to, one can strip away all these values, values in their practice and so on. But what I've found is I can strip it away temporarily, but once I get back into the real world, all those values
Yes, so that's the
reattach
practice.
themselves.
Yes, Chirag. So tomorrow we'll meet. I need to get into a meeting. So tomorrow when we meet, we will look at the particular sutta which helps us to unwind it, which is already wound out. Got the point? So we'll do that. Otherwise, I would require another 2 hours, which I don't have, unfortunately. So tomorrow we'll take how to understand the dukkha of this dukkha. We'll take this photograph. We'll take one object and we will break that object to see what lies beneath. And you can see two vinyans. One, this arising and passing away. Another, which is witnessing it. Just a witness. Nothing it is doing. And when you break open that, there's nothing out there. Just seeing. Not the scene, just the scene. You stop at. So he says, na tena bahya na tatta. Na tena, that. Na tatta, this. Na ubhayam antare. Nothing in between. Got it? So tomorrow we'll practice that and see where it takes us. Okay, good day to everyone. The others have already dropped, and good night to both of you, Aryu and Chirag. We'll meet tomorrow. We will practice. Tomorrow we'll practice what we have spoken so far on Dukkha.
Perfect. Thank you, Vilas.
Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.